Hi players, bonjour from Paris, my name is Asaf and welcome to my channel Easy Board Games. Today, on my way of building my perfect collection of 100 games, no more, no less, we're going to say goodbye to 3 games and we're going to say hello to 3 new ones. So let's just jump directly into the first one that is leaving my collection, and that is Fields of Green. Now, Fields of Green is a farm building board game that has an engine building. It's a really cute game that has mainly cards. This is how you're building your farm, just taking farms. It has a series of rounds, and at the end of the 4th round, if I'm not mistaken, you just count the points and see who won the game. Now, usually, I have no idea why, but for some reason, I just really love farm building games. I don't know why. It's just like this, don't ask questions. But Fields of Green felt to me a little bit too much simple, let's say. And I think I tried to play it a few times with different player counts. I thought maybe in 2 players it's not so deep, it's not so good. Maybe the game shines in a higher player count. But even at 3 or 4 player, for me the experience was a little bit flat, let's say. Didn't feel a lot of depth in this game. It's a simple game. It's not an expensive one. I think I got it for 15 euros second hand or something like that. So it's not a great loss, and I'm just going to continue on my search of finding a better farm building game. The second game that is leaving my collection, and I can already see you guys how it's going to hurt you, and that is Root. Yeah, Root. I know it's a classic. Asaf, how can you do that? And I'm like, listen. So I came prepared to this. First of all, Root is it's a good game. Okay, I cannot say something else. I think it's an enjoyable game, but it has its flaws, at least to me. Because Root is such a high asymmetrical kind of game, it means that every faction in this game is being played completely different. I kind of felt that I can't really find the group of players to play with. And well, I don't need to tell you, but I think you already know that Root at 2 players is not the best one. But anyways, because I don't have really a super fixed group of people that is coming here to play, or I'm going to them, or we'll meet up, doesn't matter, and play this game. And I feel that in order to play and enjoy Root, you need all the players to know the game really good, and so it's a little bit difficult to have someone new and explain to him the game, because it's not only to explain how the game works, it's explain how the faction that he chose or you have chosen for him is going to work, and also how the other factions work. So in terms of teaching this game, for me it was a little bit too much, and this game really just collected dust on my shelf. So I'm like, I think it's time for someone else to enjoy it. And I know what you're going to say, because you have the expansion, the River Folk, for example, that can add another dimension to the game, because it has this automated something, whatever, that you can do like cooperative, or it's basically just another AI that you'll be able to fight against. But again, I didn't really feel that it's for me, and because most of the time, it's just me and my girlfriend, and we're playing at 2 players, I'm like, I still think this is not the game for me. And then I was like, you know what, but there's another expansion that might be good for you. So even after I got the Clockwork expansion and tried to mix and add this AI and how does this go, it just became too much. So for me, it's really the time to say goodbye to Root. The third and last game that I'm saying goodbye to in this video is Project Elite. So maybe here, if you're watching and following a little bit this channel, you will be able to understand me a little bit better, because while Project Elite has a really cool concept, and I saw a few playthroughs of this game, and I saw like, oh my god, it has such a cool atmosphere and it should be such a great game, and you can play it like in a smaller player count, in a higher one. It's like the more the merrier, but it really didn't find a place on my shelf for this kind of game. I'm guessing that it's too much of a big game for me to like, all right, I have, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours or something like that to have a 1, 2, 3, whatever, a plays of Project Elite. And I'm like, if I already have this time, that I think that I prefer to play something else. So Project Elite is another game that I'm going to say goodbye to, and moving on to the games that are coming in. So the first game that is coming into my collection, I think that you already saw it, but I was just like super excited about it. I already did 4 videos on it, the unboxing, and 3 just playthroughs of this game. This is Voidfall by Nigel Bacco, David Turczi, and published by Mind Clash Games. So this game is just... It's amazing. I really enjoy it so far. I played it since it came like relatively to the time quite a lot. It's like, I won't say a mid-heavy game because it tends much more to the heavy side, but it's not crazy as it seems in the beginning. Like you open the box and you see like, oh my god, there are like 4 rule books over here. It's like, no, don't worry about it. One of it's like glossary, one of them is the rule book, another one is like a scene book that you can just going to choose your scenario, what you want to play according to the player count. It's much less daunting than it actually looks, so I highly recommend for you guys, if you haven't gotten the chance to check it out, do that. I have a few playthroughs in my channel, so it will give you pretty much the idea of what this game is all about. The second game that is coming to my collection, that I don't have it right now here with me physically, but it's on the way, is Tsukuyomi. And I got a pretty nice deal with someone. I'm like, I'm going to send you a Perseverance, the deluxe edition. You're going to send me like the all-in Tsukuyomi. So I'm going to wait a few more days for like 2 big ass packages that are going to come over here. This game drew a lot my attention because first of all, I've heard many bad things about it. And when I hear many bad things about a game, and I'm like, I want to check it out. You know, maybe it was like misunderstood. I'm a little bit for the underdog, you know what I mean? And also I saw that it's like a 0 luck game. It's like only strategy and thinking, and I'm like, I'm interested in that. So I'm going to have to get back to you about this game and also show it to you. So you'll have to be a little bit more patient with me. The third game that is coming into my collection is Monumental. And I got this game along with its expansion over here that it's already, I think, off the screen, I might say. But let's put it right over here. And I got these 2 for 50 euros. What? 50 euros. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even sure if I'm not going to enjoy this game, but for 50 euros, I think I gotta try, right? Because it's at least by the description, it says like 4X and also deck building. So you know what? It has some minis. It looks like a cool production. I'm going to give it a go. Why not? What else should you expect from Easy Board Games in this upcoming month? So first of all, I'm working right now on learning Europa Universalis, the Price of Power. This is, if you thought Voidfall looks daunting, then this game is like, oh my god. So it's going to take me a little bit of time, but I hope that at least during this month I will be able to provide a series of videos of at least 1 age of like how you play this game, because I think that one of the things that I enjoy is just like taking a heavy game and break it down to pieces, and then just like when I explain it to someone else, it becomes like so much easier, you know, and like approachable. So this is one of the things that I'm going to do for you guys this month. Second thing is that already got the notification for Septima, so I think it will come in a week or 2, something like that. So you should expect a complete unboxing, and also I hope that I'll manage to do in this month also a how to play rules, some playthrough, something like that. So that should be interesting. Also, I think that I'm going to open a new series on this channel that is called I'll Be Backing. And basically, I'm just going to show you which kind of games I backed on the different crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter, GameFound, etc. The last thing that is happening is that I have a few game creators that are sending me, as we speak, some of their upcoming Kickstarters. So some of them might not be the games that you are used to seeing on this channel, but first of all, I find it pretty cool. And also, one of these games that I'm going to do like a small teach and a small review about is such a small and super cute game. It's like I told the creator when he sent me the game. Next day I'm sending him a mail. I'm like, I don't know if you can call this game like actually a board game, because this is crack cocaine. I'm so addicted to this game. It's crazy. It's like a 5-minute game, and I'm like, I can't stop playing it. One after one after one after one. So it's a little bit crazy. So this is another thing that you should expect to see this month. Guys, thank you very much, and see you next time.